The energy is really bad. And Venus isn't even in Scorpio yet. Happy Thursday, y'all. And I'm in a bad mood, which is pretty dang rare. So, there's a warning at this video. Who knows what I'm going to say? I might even be an asshole. Jason D. Farhang. Thursday, November 6th. Latest GFS this morning. Looks like, boom, stormy, Pacific Northwest. Boom, stormy, Pacific Northwest. And you've got the possibility for severe weather in other places. We'll talk about that in a second. But hey, let's keep scrolling, see what we got. Oh, employers announced 153,000 job cuts this October, the highest figure for the month since 2003. And it seems like one of the highest paying jobs, or not highest paying, but it seems like a lot of people who are losing their jobs are then getting a Twitter account, getting the blue check, and then you get paid to talk about how amazing billionaires are. It's like the number one job for lower middle class people. I'm the lowest class, bitches. Dallas Cowboy player commits suicide after police chase. Crash ends in Frisco. He was 24. That story seems weird. And it's sad. Idols Mion was asked about love in her recent interview, and she's like, I'm in love with myself every time I see my reflection or open my camera. Oh, okay. And DFW and Love Field may face flight cuts if the government shutdown continues. And there's still a bunch of people on Twitter who are like, keep the government shut down forever. Never pay air traffic controllers. Which is crazy. But yeah, the sun's been beeping and bopping and wicking and whacking and pew 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 ever since Mars went into Sagittarius. Can you feel it? Poland is like, all right, everybody's going to learn how to train for war because this is the most dangerous time since World War II, says the defense minister. See how the civilians now are getting trained for war. I ruined the joke. I mean, not about the war, but nah, you get it. So she's going to be like, wait. Put a smile on your face. Crazy days indeed. Super zip zap. Bow. And let me say this. I was driving home from work the other night on a major highway, I-30. It's only like a 15-mile drive to go home. And there were two wrecks, count them, two wrecks in that 15-mile drive. Like two cars crashed into each other twice. Now, they were different cars, but I'm just saying that doesn't usually happen. But that's how like erratic and impatient people have been. And then today, when I was out running errands on a 35-mile street, one side of the street had been shut down. Apparently, two cars hit each other going like 80 miles an hour. And it knocked down like two light poles and broke a bunch of shit. And both cars were like, I don't know, 200 yards apart. Like, that happened in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. So, I don't know. The whole thing with everybody gaslighting everybody all the time, and the billionaires using social media to pay people to be as mean as fucking possible. It's having some radical effects, I think, on just about everything right before the holidays. Here, we are watching today, the president was having a press conference where he said they're announcing a deal where they're going to lower the prices of the weight loss drugs. Where you take like Ozempic, Moderna, Rogerna, GLP, which used to mean godlike productions. Now it means like you're not going to be hungry anymore. So they're announcing that. And then in the middle of that, one of the pharmaceutical head dudes was just like, oh no. And totally collapsed, which was weird. Everybody tells me to date the most beautiful woman in the world nowadays, you gotta be super rich, which I'm not. Hell, I couldn't even raise $1 to go see Billie Eilish on Tuesday. But beautiful women are still fun to look at. And technically, I'm still Dua Lipa'd from seeing her up close for like 2 hours straight, singing super optimistic, awesome songs. The other night, I was talking to a dude. I was still wearing my Dua Lipa gold band from the show. And he was like, aren't you a little old to be listening to her music? She's like 30. I'm like 53. And that was just a weird, dumbass compliment. Some of her songs are amazing. They're like, I don't know. Everybody's just so, it's weird how judgmental people are, you know? I think Trump was 56 and Melania was 23 when they met. So I don't know, man. It's just a weird world. And I would date a super cool, super beautiful 21-year-old in a heartbeat if she could sing really, really well or was hilarious. Some people would be like, that's gross. I'd be like, shut your fucking face. I don't give a shit what you think. It's totally legal in every fucking country in the universe. But I haven't dated or made out with anyone in any way, shape, or fashion since like 2017. Because, I don't know, people are really greedy and dishonest. And it's a weird world, man. I still pray for miracles, but it's like November 1st, 2017, I was saying, this is kind of what life feels like right now. Except the Agent Smiths complain about politics or people 24/7 every single day. And it's kind of been like that. Only now you get paid on Twitter to complain about people in politics and whatever. You know, 8 years of that shit. I ain't mad at anybody. I don't blame anybody for anything. I love all y'all. I hope we can work it out to better days. But, you know, shit's crazy and wild right now. And some people are really bad at the holidays. Like, I have a Christmas heart. I love Christmas and get into the Christmas spirit every single year. Every year of my life. And some people, you know, the holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving, New Year's, they like lose their mind. They get meaner. They get angrier. They get more blame. Like, they blame people. That's not me. Yeah. Friday afternoon, a marginal risk of severe weather is outlooked for Friday afternoon and evening over much of the local area. And one of the big accounts on YouTube talks about space weather and stuff, who has shit tons of money all the time. He said there's a 4% chance we're all going to die in a kill shot. I don't think that's true. But that dude has way more money than me. In modern age, money equals intelligence, which is why everybody thinks Elon is the smartest man on the planet. So I'm just letting you know, according to that person, everybody could die today or tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Hiya. Hiya. Though I would say there's definitely a chance the guy who passed out or collapsed or whatever happened, he might have been affected by the solar weather, the geomagnetic storms that are happening, because it definitely affects us, in my opinion. The weather is fantastic, though, in my opinion. I love dogs, cats, animals. And we should feed them human beings every day. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree. Jacob King talking about how America, the quality of life, apparently has fallen from number 4 in the world to number 14 in the last 10 years, from 2015 to 2025. And the social media, the guys who own social media, the billionaires and trillionaires, they want you to know that it's all the fault of Democrats and poor people. I'm not saying whether that's right or that's wrong, because technically they may or may not kill you these days if you disagree with whatever the hell they say. You know, it's not a great time to be disagreeing with billionaires. Like, there's never been a worse time to disagree with them. You know what I'm saying? And Kalishi and Google Finance are partnering to add prediction markets, gambling markets in the USA, both, Poly Market and Kalishi. Soon, gambling on anything will be legal in the United States of America. And I would guess soon after that, prostitution will be legal in the United States of America. That's just the way it is, man. It doesn't, your feelings don't matter in that situation. Like, that's just how it is. I don't necessarily think in a time when everybody's getting laid off, legalizing gambling on anything and everything everywhere is good and it's going to help. But, anywho, somehow, as Planetary Defense Commander, I got to figure out a way to get billionaires and trillionaires to be cool to each other and the general public, which is a tall order, and I'm going to need tons of miracles, but I don't know. What better mission would there be to have, Peace on Earth, still my goal. Yeah, so severe weather is about to join the mix. There's been a wave of air traffic controllers having to call in sick to go earn money elsewhere. And today, air traffic controllers received their second pay stub with $0 attached to it. That is so insane to me. And yeah, Democrats and Republicans have to work together. I don't know, earlier J.D. Vance was saying, it's all the Democrats' fault. Everything is the Democrats' fault. It's like, look, man, it's both your party's fucking fault, dude. The fact that both sides always blame each side 100%, I don't know, personal responsibility is a thing. In theory, I guess. Anyway. And then some people are saying the comets and aliens are coming to stick their probe in your pooper, which is horrible news if true. I had to put a suppository in my butt once, and I was like, oh my God, it's horrible. Yeah. But I once again am asking you to stay cool. The young woman I just showed is Shay Young. She looks young, but she's 26. Young is in her name. She just came out with 2 songs I love. One's called Shoot, and the other one's Avocado. And if you're beautiful and you write a song that I love, and you're an adult lady, there's a chance I might have a crush on you. Ain't that right, bitches? And I mean bitches in the most loving way possible. Typhoon Kalimagi is about to screw up a bunch of shit and made landfall 10 hours ago at Queen Quoc in Vietnam. 125 mile per hour winds. Who is ready for a blast of wintry weather? Karina's just going around tickling people's armpits. Who is ready for seasonal depression? Lisa Abramowicz. U.S. companies announced the most job cuts for any October in more than 2 decades. This comes as AI adoption, softening consumer, corporate spending, billionaire worship, and rising costs drive belt tightening and hiring freezes. So yeah, like I said, most people, a lot of people are just cheering like, yeah, let's see how rich we can get the billionaires to be trillionaires and how many robots we can get them to build and how many jobs we can get them to lay off. Well, I'm super pro human. But we got, like I said, we got to work it out with the billionaires because they have all the power and we ain't got shit as far as power goes. So we're kind of negotiating from a bad point. But I'm an optimist. Even though I'm in a bad mood and not feeling very optimistic today, I do hope we all have an amazing Thanksgiving and Christmas and holidays and rest of the month. But Mercury's about to go retrograde. I keep saying on the 9th, I really, really hope they have the government shut down. And before then, we're going to see more plane crashes. And Jupiter goes retrograde. I don't know. November's going to be a wild, wild, wild month. But please, stay cool. Hang in there. And cheer up other people if you can. Although that's a major superpower, because usually if somebody's in a really good mood and somebody's in a really bad mood, and they're together doing something, the really bad mood person usually takes over the really good mood person. You know what I'm saying? Let a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. Oh, some blue check YouTubers got excellent footage of the spaceship that is Comet, whatever the fudge. Atlas whistleblower. It's coming. Probe your pooper. Any day now, buddy. Any day now. Since nobody's watching this video, speaking of poopers, how long would... I don't think I could last very long. You know? I'd try my best for sure, absolutely. But I don't think I'd last that long right there. But I'd definitely be able to cuddle for as long as she wanted after. Okay, great. I just made myself laugh. Thank you, me. Stay cool, y'all. And thank you, you. All right, this video's over. God bless everyone. But thank you for being awesome. Stay cool.